But this morning, it's the welcoming of this community and region and those that are tied into aerospace manufacturing and economic development, that military, healthcare, logistics type of companies. We're all here to really see what could happen, what could the future be. And for this aircraft, this is a fixed wing aircraft with 5 battery packs that charge the aircraft underneath the plane. And then in 2 weeks, they'll be taking off the line a eVTOL. So think of helicopter and aircraft in one. That's right around the corner, and working with FAA to continue to advance their approval processes so we can get to a position where we see these aircrafts coming in and out of the Lansing airport. So we're excited about this as being, really the first step. You have to build off the foundation, and to do that, we have to have the utilities here to support this, and we're primed and positioned to be able to make that happen with a lot of great partners.
Number one, it's all electric, it's all battery electric. So you're not gonna hear it later as it flies by. We're gonna have to tell you about it, so it's quiet. But the biggest thing about it, right, people talk about sustainability and it's great, and sustainability is wonderful. That's a byproduct of electrification. The real driver here is the reduced operating costs. So what that means is you can open up access to fly, right? On a flight from here to Traverse City, let's say, that's gonna cost maybe $12 in electricity at the most, right? So you start to bring your operating costs down and your maintenance costs down to a point where you can democratize air mobility, whether that's in cargo, whether that's in passenger, whether that's in medical. You've now opened up access in places that couldn't afford to be there because of the cost of operating a traditional aircraft. And that's what's so exciting for me today is this aircraft has flown thousands and thousands of miles all over the country. Its sister aircraft have flown over 90,000 miles all over the world. And with no incidents, no significant maintenance events, and at extremely low operating costs. And so to bring that to the people of Michigan is just incredibly exciting for us.
It is amazing to be kind of on the forefront of this industry that is changing aviation as we know it. It's really special to be able to take this electric aircraft from airport to airport and show people that electric aviation is happening right now. It's not only the future, but it's the present as well.
As part of the Advanced Air Mobility Activation Fund, Beta was the entity that was selected. Nicole's role in this and her leadership, especially at the Capital Region Airport, was to say, hey, we want to have charging infrastructure here and making a way forward. And I think it's so important to have partners who are willing to say yes and willing to try new things. By having the charging infrastructure here, that creates an opportunity for operators to know that they can confidently charge, and it's multimodal. It's, thinking about the next gen aircraft, which is really important, but also the vehicles that can also use the same type of charging infrastructure.
Advanced air mobility is really the next step of aviation in Michigan. I think there's a long history of aviation innovation in Michigan, and I think this provides the next step in really connecting communities with new types of aviation, really providing those additional mobility options, whether it's things like medical transport, good delivery, or moving passengers between different cities.
Lansing is the first spot in our state for electric aircraft charging capabilities. It is really with the dedication and thought of our airport staff and certainly our president and CEO, Nicole Noah Williams, that brought this together with our partners at Beta and puts Lansing on the map as the first in our state.
This is really cool. This is right the next thing. When we look at the idea of electric and we talk about EV, we know we're doing a ton with electric cars in Lansing, looking at the GM conversion and to see that we were going to be one of the first airports to have electric planes where you could come and you can charge. This is the next big thing, and we're right on the cusp. We're the pioneers, and I'm excited.
It's not every day you see like an EV, plane taking off and doing a flyby and landing and sitting in the cockpit right now. So without question, there's a lot of energy, and the innovation and entrepreneurial spirit behind this is great.
Sitting in that cockpit was amazing for me in that it's so simplistic. And I almost felt like I wasn't about to try, but like I could with a little training maybe get this thing off the ground. So it really simplifies things, but it also opens so many new markets. It's unbelievable.
Well, the exciting part is the fact that here we are in the state of Michigan, and Lansing's the first location to have a charging unit. So seeing that aircraft here at the Lansing airport is extremely moving, but it's not just a one-man show. This is such a partnership that makes all this happen. From the state of Michigan, from Michigan Department of Transportation, Michigan Economic Development Corporation, our partners at Lansing Board of Water and Light, the city of Lansing, but my entire team. So from the Airport Authority Board to the staff here at the airport made this all come together. And it's really looking at what's to come and positioning Lansing and positioning the state to be ready for these future aircrafts that'll be coming in and out of our state of Michigan to support military movement, to support passenger travel. So it goes beyond just one avenue of use for this aircraft. It really encompasses the benefits that would support the entire state.